The book, dear. Any progress?
Ah, yes, the book. Well, as an evangelist, I never put off to tomorrow what I can put off to the day after.
Oh, Walter, I believe in you, but this book is taking too long. 2 years, and I'm counting. Tell me, what's holding you up?
Well, it's serious, Lucy. It's more than the book. 8 years since I left the evangelist to marry you. 8 wonderful years, but I wonder, should I have given up?
Given up? What do you mean?
Well, on the evangelists, should I go back? Would you even let me? I'm hoping that my book on the meaning of life will guide me on what I'm to do, what I'm not to do.
Oh, you must do whatever you think is right, Walter. Incidentally, our friends Elijah and Douglas will be arriving from London any moment. Perhaps they will inspire you. Both doctors of sorts, always full of medical advice.
Ah, well, I could do with some amusing advice. Then we could laugh at the world and change it for the better.
Oh, good. That'll be them. Oh, hello, Patrick.
Hello, Lucy. Hello, Walter.
Hello, Patrick. You're expecting someone else? Yeah, how can we help you?
Can I come in?
Yes, please do.
I just feel a bit lonely drinking by myself.
Yeah, well, Guinness shouldn't be drunk alone.
Well, you know, before Guinness used to give me high spirits. Since she left, since she's gone, I don't know what to do, Walter.
Yeah.
I'm just desperate. I just don't know what to do. I've got a gun, and I'm just thinking sometimes, I'm gonna go by myself, I'm gonna take the neighbors with me, Walter. I won't.
Not the neighbours, Patrick, quiet.
calm yourself.
I don't shoot that thing in there, or anywhere, Patrick, put it down.
Calm yourself, dear. It's Patrick. He's not going to do anything. I know, Patrick. Just put that thing.
I'm sorry, Walter. I'm just a bit upset. Alright, I'm sorry, I should go home.
Okay, but wait, Patrick, it's been tough on you these last few weeks. If you need any help or you want us to look after that thing, just let us know, okay?
No, you're alright.
Go, Patrick.
How sad for him. Oh my gosh, I hope he doesn't go and do anything silly. Do you know, he used to be so cheerful. Must be that Guinness. Now this must be a Latin tub. Oh, Dad, it's a duck. Come to the room. So good to see you. Douglas, how are you?
Welcome. Hi. All the way from London. Welcome to Washington, D.C. So good to see you.
Come in and rest. My gosh, has it really been 10 years since we saw you both last? You know, you both look so well. But really, let me just go and fetch some coffee.
How was the flight?
Good, thanks.
And what about your check?
Old chap indeed. Well, here's a secret you should know. Old age is vastly overrated. Apart from the odd heart attack, I'm still in good shape. Nothing dropped off yet. No HIV. So far. Well, I haven't been tested since last week, so my love life's a bit limited at the moment.
Yes, well, Douglas still makes love twice a year. Once in the springtime, once in winter.
Anyway, Eliza, tell me. You're still working in family planning?
Trying to save the world from overpopulation, failing badly. It's not easy fighting the Pope and his cronies. Oh, you're an evangelist, Walter. Maybe I can share a secret with you. Confidentially, we are having a bit of trouble with the Pope.
Oh dear, so am I. Go directly to God, he can always help. What's the problem?
Well, the Pope tells Catholics that it's okay to use mathematics to avoid pregnancy, but not to use physics or biology. He then tells young girls that are pregnant to avoid alcohol so as not to harm the child. But if they had avoided alcohol in the first place, they might not be pregnant, so they wouldn't have to avoid it later.
Oh, I see.
You were hoping for health for all by the year 2000, but with so many people in the world, I fear we're a bit late. So my hopes for help from God or the Pope are a bit limited.
Do you really think that? I didn't know you felt that way about the Pope. As for me, I believe in the Pope, God, and George Bush too. So unfair to criticise them.
The best joke of all is that Douglas is the last George Bush supporter in the world.
Oh, well, anyway, Douglas, what are you up to? Really up to?
Well, I'm so pleased to be able to tell some. You see, it's hard discussing anything serious with Eliza. She never stops talking and won't be interrupted. What am I really up to? Going down real fast. Losing my memory. Dropping things all the time. Getting weaker, generally falling apart at the seams. Dark silence knocking on my door. But I'm still laughing, trying to take care of the family, playing piano 2 hours a day.
Badly.
Well, I believe that if we can laugh at life, we can change it for the better.
Well, I should be so lucky. So, Walter, how's your retirement plan?
A long way off, I hope. I'm still teaching philosophy at the State College, devoted to my book on the meaning of life, exploring the meaning of life, for over 2 years now.
Meaning of life? What on earth for? Does it really matter?
Well, to be serious, that's my problem. For some people, life's so simple. Look, I'll show you.
Regarding our latest survey results, the meaning of life for the different categories are: for factory workers, meaning of life is eating, working, and drinking, with sex on Saturday nights. For teenagers, they don't need a meaning of life, they're having so much fun with their friends. For grandparents, living quietly and caring for their grandchildren give meaning to their life. For teachers, inspiring students to learn well. For sportsmen, winning the game and the trophies give meaning to their lives. For young mothers, caring for their children every moment of the day and night. For alcoholics, booze.
You see, all these people with their ways of living, their meanings. How does one get one's own?
Well, when your memory's gone, it's a different story. I have to laugh at my life because if I didn't, I'd probably cry. Can you laugh at your problems, Walter?
Well, I'm full of questions and no answers. Even after leaving the evangelists 20 years ago, I gave up and got married. You asked me if I can laugh at my problems, and I feel guilty. Should I go back to the evangelist?
Well, what about Lucy?
What about Lucy?
What shall we...
Do help yourselves.
Lucy, thank you.
I mean, you've got so many good things here, and such a lovely home too. It's tough, isn't it, Walter, feeling old and useless? I try to laugh at life, but I'm always thinking of Dignitas.
Dignitas? What's that?
Well, it all started with a very persuasive article in The Economist, seductively called Going Gently. Look, let me show you.
Going gently, going gently. A recent article in The Economist presented a revolutionary concept on the meaning of life. Going gently, going gently. In July 2009, 2 people died, whose lives, though long, were shortened by design, with the help of others. A British conductor and his wife traveled to Dignitas in Zurich, Switzerland, where the law on assisted suicide is very liberal. She was 74 and had terminal cancer. He was deaf and almost blind. Holding hands and watched by their son and daughter, they took the lethal dose of barbiturates and died, gently, together. In most Western countries, suicide is not a crime, but helping others is a crime, often investigated by the police. But some incapacitated, terminally ill, despairing people are not willing to wait for the so-called natural death in a lonely hospital intensive care unit, or to take uncertain measures to kill themselves without proper medical help. Hence, Dignitas in Zurich, going gently, going gently.
Oh my gosh, Douglas. You can't be serious about Dignitas.
I've got a big problem. Alzheimer's knocking on my door.
You already said that.
Did I? You see, I am forgetting everything. What was your name again?
Oh, dear. Lucy, why don't you show me where to put the luggage? We can leave these men with their problems.
I'm just an old 1930s Ford convertible, ready for the dump.
No rush to hurry off to Zurich. God will look after you. Perhaps we can find the meaning of life together in that book.
Well, maybe, while I've still got a sense of humour.
Anyway, is Dignitas even legal?
Oh yeah, it's only $10,000. A bit too expensive if you ask me. Perhaps I can come up with my own better deal. Goodbye cocktail. The good dose of gin and tonic. Planning on going next month.
Next month? So soon? What's the rush? Anyway, how do you feel now that we've begun to talk about it?
Well, people ask me all the time how I'm doing, and I deny, say, I'm terrific and feeling fine. Life has become so limited. I have a routine. Every night I ask the good Lord for forgiveness for my sins. Every night the same voice comes back. I'm sorry, Douglas, but I'm afraid this is going to take a little bit longer than one night.
Oh, well, don't be disappointed, Douglas. God says that lifetime joy comes when you finally realize that what He's given you is what you should have asked for in the first place.
Well, Eliza would agree with that, but I'm no philosopher. But I do know about guilt.
Well, anyway, it seems like we've got common problems. Me with my life choices, you with your declining health. You used to be a doctor and a hypnotist. You're possibly more of a philosopher than you realize. Perhaps you could help me with my book.
Sounds impossible, but I could try.
Okay, well, first, you have to delay your trip to Dignitas to help me finish the book.
Well, we'll see.
Okay, well, in my book there are some questions. Do you believe life has any meaning?
No. There are so many different things. For example, what's right and wrong?
Fine. What's right and wrong?
Well, in business, survival is the key value. So there's almost no distinction between right and wrong. There are no ethics in business, just an illusion of ethics.
Well, I personally think that it helps us to believe in human values and ethics, to lead useful, caring, joyful lives. They give meaning to life, despite the suffering and pain, as we try to do right and not wrong.
But what about Hiroshima? Look at the TV packed with programs on crime. People seem to think a moral and peaceful world is just too boring. They're not interested. They really do prefer fighting and crime. You know, there are over 3,000 religions in the US now alone. So do you really think some kind of a religious moral code is going to stop people behaving unethically? I don't think so. Not a chance. So we do our best on right and wrong. Next question.
All right. Is it intentions or actions that count?
I had so many good intentions in my life which I never carried out. I just blamed other people.
What if I suggested that the meaning of life is the intention to make a difference in the world? Mother Teresa of Gandhi made a difference. And I believe God puts a greater value on things other than money and the physical side of life. And then perhaps I'm paying now in this world for my sins of leaving the evangelist.
Talking about punishment now, Walter. I mean, in this world, it's the losers that get punished, not the winners. Right and wrong, as I said, they're illusions.
So according to you, my physical life and my spiritual world too are just a series of happy and unhappy illusions? Oh dear. Oh.
Hello.
What's happening now?
Just got a call.
What about?
My job. I've lost my job, Walter.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
It's tough. You have our support on anything you need.
I've lost my job. I have no cash. But I've got a gun.
Oh dear.
I feel so aggressive against the wall, Walter. I want to take someone out.
No, not to worry, not to worry. All will be resolved.
Bye, Walter.
God bless you, Patrick.
Oh, what happens? It's so sad. You know, I think you should see a doctor. Actually, do you think we should call the police?
No, we should help him somehow. It's so tough losing the job.
Another meaning of life problem, Walter.
Yeah, so we should help him somehow.
Well, he just needs money. Oh, and there are.
Why is cash so important in the world? Just as for every action, there's a reaction. Is cash give and take away morale? For every good action, should we get a cash reward? And for a bad action, should we lose some cash?
Well, lots of people are traumatized by money. When you win a lot of cash, you can feel terrific for a short while. If you lose a lot, you could suffer for a lifetime.
Well, my problem with my life is about cash. I still fantasize about winning the lottery. Get our hands on $50 million and doing amazing things. Crazy, I know. Another mad scheme for getting rich. With Dr. Alzheimer taking away my memory and my energy, I don't want to live on and on and on. No, there's no more natural death anymore. Just a highly expensive hospital death. Costs a bomb. Really, just designed to keep a vegetable alive.
You know, all my life I've wanted to be a vegetarian. But I don't like vegetables. It's embarrassing, isn't it?
You know, in the moral world, the rights of man would and should include going gently for when the time comes.
Don't worry, Douglas. When the time comes, I'll tell you when to go to Zurich.
Well, my mother was ready to go at 81, lived on to be 101. Always saying, what goes round comes round, what you do to us will be done unto you, so forth. A bit of a moaner like me. Is that the sort of legacy I'm going to leave my sons?
I like your mother's ideas. They fit my hope for a lawful and moral world. So maybe we don't need the next war world for reward and punishment. Muslims, Hindus and Buddhists, they all want to live in a lawful and moral world, but according to their own rules.
Yes, laws and rules like sausages. Enjoy eating, but just don't go and see how they're made.
Well, the difference that makes sense to others is the here and now and not the final best.
But in this world, we don't want to think about turning into dust. We're going there anyway. We cannot not go, but is the journey worthwhile?
Well, for instance, suppose we all go on a trip, but take a different route. Then the road we're on will give us a sense of joy or sorrow, depending on the good or harm that we do as we interact. Perhaps those differences are the meaning of life.
The life journey can be meaningful whatever the end turns out to be. Life's meaning is no more or less than the outcome of our journeys upon those around us, even, I think, in ethical business.
Business? But there are no ethics in business, just illusions. In business, everything's okay as long as another 100 companies are doing it.
And you don't get caught.
But why risk it? Why risk it? Why risk it when you can pay somebody else to do your dirty work? That is the reality of so many multinational business giants. Let me show you. Eliza!
Douglas, let me finish. So, Walter, what about potential and the power of creative management? When something impossible can be achieved, surely that gives a meaning to life.
Okay, let me show you the rest of the going gently. Main shop.
Going gently. With Dignitas? So if they can afford it, people travel to Switzerland. They may die at Dignitas, where assisted suicide is a crime, only if done for gain. About 100 foreigners die each year at Dignitas. Every religion is against it. People lobby their governments to change the law at home, but only in Belgium, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, and in the USA, Oregon, and Washington, have such efforts succeeded. Most countries turn a blind eye. But it is perfectly possible to frame a law allowing suffering people close to death to die quickly and peacefully if they wish. Going gently. Going gently.
So, isn't Dignitas better for me than years of Alzheimer's disease dragging on and on and on? Losing my memory and leaving an awful, devastating memory for my children. Perhaps I should pay them a visit soon while I can still remember who they are and who I am.
Not until our book is finished. There's lots to do. For instance, how do we know what's good or bad, better or worse than others? The things that help us to be what we want to be, to feel sexy, to prolong life, to feel happiness, to make a change somehow. Are those things always good?
Well, the outcome isn't always the same. The important thing is, do they accomplish some goal, and do they help us achieve our potential? Obviously, helping people is better
Like
than
helping?
harming.
Like helping criminals? Like working for the mafia?
Let me finish. A little less gin might help your memory. Stay quiet. You have a very superior point of view in this privileged, comfortable world we live in. Imagine a little girl in Asia, sold by her family into sex slavery at the age of 10. After 3 years of being raped, beaten and imprisoned, she commits suicide at the age of 13. Are you saying that her journey supports the idea that life has a meaning?
I believe so. I think she'll have had an effect on those around her. I think any human life makes a difference, however trivial or momentary.
Yeah, so you'd say that life has meaning by making a difference, on the way though, or in the final outcome?
Well, you can say final outcome, but I say along the way. Your friends and family, they are affected by you being part of their lives.
Yeah. Anyway, what about heaven and hell? Douglas, are you not worried about that?
Not really. I've got to have so many good friends from both places already. No, at my funeral I had to arrive 30 minutes late. People have already started drinking champagne before the ceremony, not after, to celebrate a good life. Short drinking break of 10 minutes for the actual ceremony, and then continue after that. Wouldn't be for a good life. Too many sins. No, for a lucky one. A very lucky one.
Oh dear.
Hello.
Oh, I'm ready again.
I think I left my Guinness here. Because it's just, the others have finished. Thank you.
Yeah. What about the job?
The job? Oh, I tried to call my boss, but he won't have it. I don't know what to do with my life. I've got no money, no wife.
Well, what will you do now? Try somewhere else? There's always somewhere for your services.
Oh, there's no hope. I better go and finish my Guinness. My Walton.
Patrick. Oh dear. What a tough situation.
Can we help?
No, better let him sleep it off. Cool down a bit. He's a strange character.
Yeah, I think just let him, go off and cool down. He's been so unlucky.
I agree. But you make your own luck with your own attitudes, character, lack of it, and intentions.
Well, that could well be true. Your intentions may not be good, but they can still be meaningful and responsible. Responsible?
Never hold a man responsible for his intentions, or anything he says when he's drunk, in love, or writing a book.
Well, intended actions have the potential for making a difference in the world.
Well, to you of human, that for life to have any meaning, there has to be some eternal everlasting effect. That's your evangelist side coming out.
Well, to use our potential to change things, we must be able to laugh. Laugh at ourselves, laugh at our achievements, laugh at our mistakes, laugh at our failures. Like my friend Henry, who laughs at his two terrible mistakes. His first wife, who hardly ever said a thing, left him. And his second wife, who nagged all the time, refused to go. She believed there was so little difference between husbands, she may as well keep the one she had.
I think she was right.
Absolutely agreed.
Oh dear, now I think I have to laugh at myself for worrying about Walter, working on his book 26 hours a day. Well, I shall try.
No. Never say try for anything new. Say do it. Conveys failure, otherwise. No, the overall, the meaning of life seems to depend on our powerful imagination. We live by imagination. Love, sex, romance, all imagination. That's part of our strength and joy. Whether fantasies come true or not doesn't really seem to matter. Perhaps our perceptions of life as experiences are merely just a series of happy illusions that bring joy to everyday life.
Oh, Douglas. No, never ask anybody what they think of you. They might make a mistake and tell you the truth. Oh, but there again you said, reality doesn't matter. Well, I think the key to the meaning of life is survival and caring about others, which gives us the potential to make some kind of difference in the world, which will hopefully bring benefits, not pain, to other people.
It all brings me back to Go Gently.
Going gently, with dignitas. So it is possible to frame a less liberal but safe law allowing suffering people close to death to die quickly and peacefully if they wish, without declaring open season on old people to get their cash. The law could provide for suicide seekers not to be pressured. 2 doctors could agree on terminal diagnosis and sound mind. A waiting period could ensue before lethal drugs are administered, to ensure the death wish is a settled one. Such systems would not lead to troubles. There is a strong case to be made, allowing suffering people close to death to die quickly and peacefully, without trouble, going gently, going gently.
Oscar Wilde once said, to love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. Perhaps he was right.
And gin and tonic before lunch could help us to understand our problems with a little laughter. Even Dignitas and the wonderful Evangelist Green.
I think Dr. Alzheimer could be waiting around the corner for a gin and tonic. And I'm beginning to really think about resolving this book. Happy illusions, they may be, but real friends do bring real joy to life.
Ah, incidentally, did you remember that our friend Sam and Victoria will be arriving after lunch?
Victoria! She has a massive imagination and always has very, very interesting ideas and strong opinions and everything. Perhaps she'll bring us some interesting answers to our problems.
Well, let's all go for lunch then. And GMTs.
Maybe she'll even resolve both our problems. Walter Douglas.
I've resolved to finish the book.
Hooray! At last! After 2 years? Make it happen, please!
Well, I'm still confused. Can we have a meaning of life in a world that's so unlawful? No ethics in business at all. Constant paying off of politicians and concealment by getting a local partner to do all the dirty work.
I think the meaning of life could be crime, money, and sex.
Yes, but all this is leading to troubling conclusions. Money and sex may be important things in life, but surely they're not the most.
Well, no matter. From a year's experience of social care, I think the meaning of life should be life with ACE. What's love? Achieving, caring, and enduring for a quality of life with no fear of death. Although everyone is so afraid of death, aren't they?
Well, death is simply the limit of life. Religion invented the concepts of heaven and hell. Could death be okay, like going into a gentle sleep? After all, do we really all want to live forever and ever in a changing world? It's so strange with so many living relatives from way back.
Yes, well, modern medicine does put off death for ages, and there's gene therapy reactivation that helps cure cancer and grow new legs, like frogs. I mean, life could be infinite. Is that what we really want?
No, thank you. What an idea. Life and no death. Reserved in a plastic bag reality with telephone and TV, living forever. I don't think so. The answer lies in learning to welcome death, not to fear it.
So, with your gene reactivation, couldn't we one day expect to have a new young body made available to us? Okay, who's here again? I think I'll offer him a room to sleep.
Hello, Patrick.
Hello, Patrick, again.
Hello, Walter. I've been trying to solve out my problems. No hope.
Oh, dear.
Got no money. No wife. My payments of mortgage are overdue. Soon I'm gonna have no house. I don't know what to do.
Oh, my goodness.
I feel so depressed. I feel so aggressive, Walter. I've got a gun. And I'm thinking to take my life. But maybe I take the neighbors with me.
You should get some medical help. Would you like me to take you to the emergency room? Or would you like to see our friends here? I've got doctors.
Emergency room.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right.
You should get help.
Yes, maybe I should go to the emergency room. Because I feel so depressed, Walter.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Walter. Thank you very much. I'll go there.
Okay, God bless you.
Bye, Lucy. Sorry.
It's hard to know what action to take.
Well, he's our old friend, so we have to respect his wishes.
Oh, maybe it's just anger and Guinness all mixed up together.
Yeah, if it doesn't show up again by tonight, we really must go to him.
How about a drink?
No, thanks. No drink just now. Oh, God, it's so good to be back in the States. Retirement keeps me so busy. I sometimes wonder how I ever found time to work. You know, we never have time for anything. All those long years with the Arabs in Cairo being waited on hand and foot taught me nothing concerned with cooking and housekeeping.
Do you know, the most popular labour-saving device today is a man. A wealthy and active man who enjoys cooking and housekeeping. Sam, as you know, been all over the world lecturing in big business, and me, well, I'm exhausted from all my travels in the Middle East, teaching everyone about radiology. So we have a new arrangement. Sam now does the cooking, and I give him advice.
In Cairo, I never washed a single dish in 20 years. So I learned nothing useful for my retirement. But now, I'm being trained, and I'm happy, because I found a new meaning in my life.
Well, we've had the whole day talking about my book, On the Meaning of Life.
Oh.
But we've gone around in circles, so we welcome your help.
Well, that's really interesting. I'd love to be involved in the discussion. After all my lectures on technology, I can guarantee that my ideas are virus-free.
Well, do tell us your rules for the meaning of life. Oh, dear, Patrick, what is it?
No, Walter. I was in the emergency room. No hope.
Oh, dear.
Very big queue.
Everything can be resolved.
No, Walter, not for me. Can't sort out my problems.
Oh, dear.
I've given up Guinness.
You have.
Good resolution.
Stick with it at least for the day. But go and sleep it off now.
All right, Walter. I'll come later, right?
Yeah, God bless you.
All right, see you
God
later.
bless you. Oh, what do we do? We seem to have lost everything.
Well, we have to find a way to help him.
It's a tough situation. And we really must do something for it. You need some meaning.
What do you think, Victoria?
Wow, it's a tough situation indeed. I was wondering whether my Australian rules on the meaning of life might help him. My Australian ideas on the meaning of life. Number one, be truthful, be frank, always speak the truth, even to Arabs who may not like it. Other people may avoid the truth because they find it embarrassing or impolite. I say, tell them anyway. You see, just see what happens. Rule number two, money. Money is the key to everything. It motivates people to get going, so I say get out early and earn lots of cash, but guard it well because crime is everywhere. People need cash to get along in this world, so make sure that's what they learn how to do. Rule number three, business. Business is a good game. It's very few rules, lots of competition, and the score is kept in money. So business is very important in our list. That brings me to rule number 4, adolescents. They're all animals. They have no human values at all, yet. And I know, so I've got children of my own. So, when they come to you and ask for money, you must tell them to get out and earn their own money. Very, very important. Plenty they can do. Gardening, shopping, babysitting, mending computers. They can do it. They can do it. And rule number 5, be faithful. You'll get what you deserve. Happiness is still an inside job. Example. My first husband had a secret girlfriend. She had the nerve to come to our house one day in broad daylight in her new car. She was pretty depressed, so my husband took her home in his car. But when they were gone, I rang the garage. I had her new car towed away to the scrapyard. That was the end of her car and my first husband. And rule number 6, if you stick with these rules, you'll be fine, okay?
That's pretty powerful stuff. I'm exhausted. But I'm not quite sure how your Australian rules fits in with our previous discussion on the meaning of life in a lawful moral world.
Well, it overwhelms me.
Did it shock you with my ideas on the meaning of life?
No, I can't agree with everything you said, but it was very powerful.
Well, I'm Australian, we talk tough, and I am very frank. So, Douglas, your Dignitas body, are you still angry with the world?
No. But I'm angry with Dr. Alzheimer for taking away my memory. Losing my memory, eyesight, hearing all let me down, and I keep forgetting where I put things. Sorry, what was your name again? No, my biggest fear is caring, is hang on like a well-cared-for vegetable.
Well, life as a vegetable is perhaps a misguided view of living. Isn't the quality, not the duration of life, the key? Oh, so perhaps I have to change my evangelist thinking and move to put Dignitas in my book. Look at this.
Going gently, going gently. Daniel, aged 23, had been completely paralyzed in a rugby accident. Though not terminally ill, he could have expected to live for many years as disabled. But Daniel wanted to die. And so his parents accompanied him to Dignitas in Zurich. To deny death to the terminally ill or disabled adds cruelty to misfortune. That could apply to all those who suffer from Dr. Alzheimer's. Going gently, going gently.
So, does that include me too?
Not yet, Douglas, no. No hurry. Must achieve, care, and endure without getting angry, though.
I don't believe in getting angry with anyone.
Oh, disagree completely. Anger is a perfectly necessary reaction to things that annoy us. And if we get angry with what other people say and do, that's too bad.
Oh dear. I think our discussions are giving me revolutionary ideas.
Well, anger certainly affects the meaning of life. In marriage, with a family, it's so easy to get angry, both with words and with body language. It's so much more powerful. And if we are angry with our children, does it affect them?
You know, I very rarely ever change my opinion, and yet I think you've got a point there. Do we unknowingly create the character and meaning of life for our children?
You know, for me, family and children give life its deepest purpose.
There again, anger is simply pressure. And a beautiful diamond is formed from coal when it has to bear great pressure. Oh, dear.
He's walking back.
Well, not for the moment. Now, how are you feeling? Oh, Patrick. Oh.
Desperate.
Oh.
I don't know what to do. Lucy, I've got a gun. Not be like putting an end to my life and everybody will harm me, you know?
Well, I think you should put the gun away, Patrick. Now, we're going to help you. But you need to go home and get some sleep first. Clean up a little bit and then come back later. Yeah? We're going to help you.
Thank you, Lucy. Alright, I'm going to sleep a bit and I'll see you later, right? Bye.
Okay, Patrick. Oh gosh, she's still so desperate. We're really going to have a hard job helping him this evening. I wonder, do you think maybe he was abused as a child?
I had childhood problems. All resolved when I met Victoria.
Well, any child in any typical American family can be confused by just the family setup nowadays. A mother, a third husband, a second daughter from a second marriage, a stepsister from here, an illegitimate son from there. It's all very confusing for the child.
We need a simple life. Victoria's ideas work really well for me. Now, I don't have to plan. I don't have to worry. I simply await orders. Bum 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 bum. Isn't that where the meaning of life lies? Healthy and happy while caring for others. Like that Woody Allen movie. Whatever works for you. Oh,
Sam. Well, you're the meaning of my life every day. Now that reminds me of a story of a little old lady I used to know. She'd been widowed 12 years. And I said to her, do you miss your husband? She said, well, not yet, I might do in the future.
I agree with Sam. I'd like to agree with you, Victoria, but I find it teacher. I think it's women, not men, that decide on joy in life, which comes from family and children, with ACE, achieving, caring and enduring for a quality of life until death.
Oh, Lucy, that's wonderful. To be content with ACE. There's hope when we dream about the future.
And maybe dreams don't have to come true, as long as they give us confidence. Confidence to be hope, to be useful, and to always achieve this ACE. I want to be positive, not negative about life and people. I simply can't.
in my long years in business, I have found that sometimes you have to accept help from someone. If there is only one possibility.
Well, all these discussions, all these decisions we need to come to, it's time maybe we talk about PT.
What's that?
Possibility thinking. That's the key to our decision making. We use PT to resolve an impossible problem in 4 steps.
Only 4 steps?
Yeah, 4 steps. So step 1, you list out all the positive, good things in your life. Step 2, you define the negative, the problem. Step 3, you search out at least 7 alternatives. Step 4, you evaluate and design a good plan to reframe negatives into positives and use that to solve the problem.
So you reframe the negatives into positives. Do you know, I like that for both money and love problems.
What is love?
Well, in my case, love is love for one's wife and children who bring enormous joy to parenthood, despite the illusion of getting to know them as teenagers.
Well, this PT is all very well, but is it just an illusion? Illusions, what about realities? In the world today, a woman can still find her place very, very tough. At birth, a girl needs good parents. 18 to 35, she needs good looks. 35 to 55, she needs good personality. And after 55, she needs lots of good cash. Is love the woman's illusion? What can PT do to help us with men?
Okay, Victoria, I have a situation that involves both love and man. Pamela is 27, and she's lived for the last 7 years with Jeffrey, who's 32. He's got a great job, earns lots of money. Pamela adores him, but now she wants marriage and children. They've discussed it for 3 months, and all the time Jeffrey says, "Ooh, I'm not sure." So why don't we see if PT can solve this impossible problem? What did you say? 4 steps. So the first is the positives, the second the problem, the third is alternatives, and the fourth, evaluation and decision. Lucy, you start.
Okay, well, positives: young, healthy, free, employed, intelligent, in love. The negative one, well, that's easy. She's obviously in love with a man for 7 years who now does not want to commit to becoming a father and looking after a family. And then 3 was 7 alternatives.
Do nothing.
Yes.
And wait for him to change. Step 2, leave him. 3, agree to part for a month and see if after that he still needs her. 4, become a nun. 5, go back and live with mother. 6, date other men.
7, move to Australia and explore a new environment to achieve a new potential.
Excellent.
Yes, 8, don't argue. 9, use body language to convey deeper values. 10, try to change his attitude by inviting lots of married friends around for lunch and dinner with their children.
Okay, girls. Now it's time for evaluation and decision. PT certainly opens the door to lots of alternatives, so now we have to reframe the negatives into positives, and then we solve the problem. So, Victoria, what's the decision?
Right, well, I would say better an old man's darling than a young man's slave. In 2011, a man is still as old as he feels, but a woman is as old as she looks. There's still plenty more fish in the sea than ever came out of it.
Anyway, did you hear about the girl that just got engaged? As she put on engagement ring, she said, "Darling, when we're married, we'll have 3 children." And he says, "That's wonderful, honey. How do you know that?" She says, "Because they're dealing with my mother."
Marriage is a lottery. You get a good wife and you're happy. You get a bad one, and you just have to learn to be a philosopher. In this particular problem, I like Lucy's alternatives. Use body language to explore deeper meaning, and try to change his attitude by inviting all your married friends and their kids to lunch and dinner.
And if that fails, you can try the other alternatives.
You see, PT works because it helps people to believe. Like this little poem. Despite the fact I probe and prod, I cannot quite believe in God, but still, my deepest hopes that he will never fail to believe in me.
I like it! It communicates well and it fits my values.
As we get any older, Walter, do we become any wiser? I mean, if I'd known I was going to get this old, I would have looked after myself a bit more.
Well, we must be careful about old assumptions about ourselves and others. Life is full of illusions. Marriage of a young woman of 25 to a rich old fool of 65 used to be so easy. Now, with medical progress, she'll have to wait until she's at least 59 to spend the cash.
Yeah, well, speaking personally, a woman of 59 may not be beautiful, but with a huge bank balance, she can be very, very attractive.
I used to have a lot of lovely old illusions of feeling useful and being out with other people, but not anymore. Lost those, memory, eyesight, and hearing. Kindly provided by Dr. Alzheimer.
I still have illusions of being needed, being loved by family and friends.
And I still have illusions about love. Of course, money isn't everything, but it sure keeps you in touch with your kids. They always make contact when they need cash. Cash never sleeps.
Most people have great illusions about cash. Perhaps the richest people in the world are the ones with human values and character, like Mother Teresa, whose strengths were compassion, conscience, and commitment. She braved the problems of death, life and death, with confidence and hope in the future. She had her ups and downs, and lost her faith for a year, but she got it back.
Words can bring such joy to both receiver and giver.
Oh, that's Patrick again.
Hello, Patrick.
Hello, Lucy.
Oh.
Hi, Walter.
How are you feeling now?
Feeling much better, thanks.
Yes? You're looking much better.
Can I come in?
Yep, come in, please.
I'm sorry for all of this troubles, Walter.
No.
You just been feeling lonely, boss. You know, ever since you died, just been feeling lonely and I don't know what to do myself. I just keep on getting in troubles. I find no meaning in life, you know. I've got this gun and I just keep on thinking to end my life.
Walter, it's a case for you, meaning of life.
Yeah, Patrick, old friend. How about a gin and tonic? Best medication in the world for health problems.
Best gin and tonic?
And let me take care of that.
I don't think I should drink anymore.
No.
I'm sorry, Walter. I'm sorry, Lucy. I don't know what to do.
At least you're alive and kicking.
Patrick, you could always eat and sleep here, you know. But don't you have family elsewhere that can help care for you?
I don't know.
No?
God has taken everyone from me. Just keep on asking him, why me? Why me?
Douglas! Maybe this is a case for you. Why don't you try hypnosis on him? It might make your meal really useful.
What's the back, Max?
Okay. Patrick, I want you to relax, sit back, and concentrate on the sound of my voice. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now, did you love your wife?
Desperately.
And she loved you too?
Very much.
So, you had 10 glorious years together.
And fantastic, yes.
Great. So I'm going to ask you a very important question now. What would have happened if you died first?
She would suffer.
You see? So you saved her from all that, didn't you? You saved her from all of that. Now how do you feel?
I feel good. I don't feel depressed anymore. I feel the meaning of life. Well, thank you. What's your name? Patricia. But Walter calls me Patrick. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Well, I found the meaning of life now. You know, I think I can live my life now. Bye, I see you in heaven. Thank you very much. It's good to have neighbors. Bye. I'm so happy!
Bless you, Patrick.
Well done, Douglas. Well done indeed.
Amazing!
Yeah.
Mind over body!
See what you did? You solved somebody's impossible problem.
Well, I feel reborn. I feel really useful. I feel really useful again. Dignitaries will have to wait. Wait until the proper time. Thank you, darling. I have much to do. Right now, I'm rather exhausted. Maybe go to bed now, please. Your book's been an inspiration, and could we finish it tomorrow? Together.
Perfect. Good night. Good night, Douglas. Great day.
Good night.
Good night.
It's time we went to bed too.
Well, your room is ready.
I shall be asleep in 20 minutes. You know, last night I dreamed I ate an enormous marshmallow. And when I woke up, the pillow was gone. Tonight it will be better. Victoria, you remember my little poem?
Yes, dear, I do indeed. For my relaxation, there is no creation, or even recreation, quite as good as procreation. Good night, Dr. Lucy. Great day, such excitement. Good night.
Well, your discussions with their old friends Patrick and Douglas seem to have helped them solve their problems. Now, have they helped you resolve yours?
Oh, yes, indeed. Now I can finish the book. My problems have been resolved. The meaning of life. It needs ACE.
Yes.
Achieving, caring, and enduring. And helping others to find happiness with the quality, not the duration of life. And death as a friend when the time comes.
Together we can help people and get this book finished.
Yeah.
Time for bed. For me, it's been quite a day to remember. But you know, Walter, when you can laugh at life, you can change it for the better.